Hello guys and welcome back to Haymanager with me Alex, and today let's get straight into this episode where we've joining from last time. We've done pretty well. I think last time we played out it was Bournemouth and Chelsea just before the World Cup. You can see the back end of November, then we see the second week of November, then the second week of December. The World Cup happened in between there, then obviously they started again towards Christmas. So since then we've played Chelsea in the Carabao Cup. We beat them 2-1, big game there. Then we had Crystal Palace, a massive win against them. Harry Kane getting the hat-trick for us in that game. Obviously he's left us now for Bayern Munich, as I keep saying, but he's done the business for us in that game. Then we beat City 4-1. This game, I couldn't believe my eyes what was happening really. Davinson Sanchez has turned into an absolute beast. Like an absolute beast. You look at his reports, you look at his form, up and down here. You can see around here, he had like outstanding games. Like an outstanding game. 7.3, 7.4, 7.1, 7.5. A 6.6 against Real Madrid in the friendly. 7.1, 7.4. Like he's been playing really well. Surprisingly. So he scored in this game. Luis Alberto got a goal in there. He came back from injury, then he got injured again. Bentancur got a goal, and also Heung-min Son got a goal. So pretty good against City. Then we went and lost against Brighton. Undav and Ferguson doing us apart. I think we did swap a few people out here. A few new players you can see as well, actually. And then we beat Plymouth in the FA Cup third round. Beat Luton in the Carabao Cup quarter final 4-0. West Ham we beat 1-0 just about, and then obviously we lost to Arsenal in the North London derby 1-0, which was a pretty poor game from us. Harry Kane 6.2, Son 6.2, just a poor game all around, not brilliant for us. Then as you can see here, we drew with them away from home again, because we're playing them 3 times in the space of 10 days. So we in the Carabao Cup semi-final switched a few players around, switched the formation around a little bit. Harry Kane delivering the goods, 7.3 rating, scored in the 8th minute, and then Jorginho scoring a penalty, which sort of got them through there. Then we're going to go on to the 2 games today. Everton and Arsenal today. Big games there. Tottenham favourites. Still got United in there, who took out Arsenal. Chelsea won. City, what was there a replay? Match to be replayed between Brighton and City. That's going to be a big one. Anyone else? That's massive. Liverpool still in it. Newcastle just about still in it. We've still got a game to play. Yeah, quite a few big teams still left in that. But in terms of the Carabao Cup, United beat Sheffield United 2-0. So looks like United are going to go through. If we can try and beat Arsenal in that game, obviously I don't know if the away goal still counts. I don't think it does. But 1-1 in that game, if we can go to our own stadium, try and get something out of that game, it'll be brilliant. But as you can see, we've got quite a few players cup tied, suspended or injured, and it's not looking good for us. So anyway, let's just get into the transfers. What's happened since last time? A lot of things have happened. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg I've got rid of. He wasn't performing too well for me, I've got to admit. We managed to ship him on for 32.5 to Real Madrid, where he's not had the fantastic first few games. 6.57 in the Champions League, 6.9 in the Spanish Cup. Came on as a substitute in the First Division. Doesn't look like he's going to be a brilliant player for them. He's just a squad player. Lucas Moura has left the club finally for 10 million. He's seen and been gone. Pretty underwhelming, in all honesty. For 10 million, I just didn't want to be paying him stupid wages, which he was on. He's not on them anymore, but he was on stupid wages. And the final one is Eric Dyer. He has left the club. 22.5 million I sold him for. I just didn't see how he contributed. I don't think he was very good for us. He's valued here at 72 to 85 million because he's a 29-year-old Englishman, but getting rid of him for 22.5 million, I am not too bothered. His contract, his wages were like through the roof, 100k, something like that. Champions League, he's got a 6.82 rating, which ain't too bad, I guess, but for us, I just don't think he was that good. So we have replaced a lot of players here, and you can see here, starting from these 4, we're going to go from bottom to the top. Edson Alvarez has come in. Now this is a man that I just want to play in that ball-winning midfielder role. He can play as a backup centre-back, but I've brought him in. 25 years of age, 27.5 million. He's going to be the replacement for Højbjerg. Great concentration, good composure and good decisions. Bravery, anticipation's high and aggression's quite high. The physicals are a lot better. Not as good as Højbjerg in terms of stamina and whatnot, but in terms of actual jumping reach and trying to be that defensive midfielder type role, he's pretty good. Strength could be a little bit better, but I'm not too bothered about that. I quite like this player, and you can see he's not had a brilliant start in the Premier League, but in terms of the Champions League, 6.78, it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. So Alvarez is going to do us a bit of a shift in there. Then we go on to Demiral. I've managed to bring him in, 24 years of age. This is the replacement for Dyer. He's on high wages, but this man is going to seriously do us the business. Atalanta bought him for 18 million last year. He had a 6.86 average rating. I then brought him in for 27.5, probably rising to about 40. And I just think this man's unbelievable. 18 tackling, 16 marking, great heading. As you can see, aggression, bravery, anticipation all very high. Concentration, decisions, composure could be higher, but the position I'm going to be playing him is CDM. Central defender defend. So you can see the attributes aren't brilliant, but his physicals make up for it. 17th strength, great pace, great in the air, 15-15 for jumping and heading. Positioning is quite high. The only thing I've got to do is try and get that composure and concentration and decisions up, which will come with time. He's only 24. He'll get wiser. So that's him. Ezra Konsa I've brought in. I needed another backup centre back purely for the English, like homegrown stature type. Konsa wanted to leave. I thought 21 million was a decent figure for him. 6.91 rating he's had. He'll be able to come in and play some of the Premier League games, and I think overall, if you look at that, he's probably around about the same type of player as Eric Dyer. Eric Dyer is obviously a bit better in long shots, free kick taking, finishing, crossing corners, but if you look at the key statistics, heading, one less, same marking, same passing, one less tackling. That's the one that I'm looking at there. Physically, much better than Dyer. As you can see, 2 average ratings higher. In all honesty, I think for the player that I wanted in, Ezri Konsa will do me the job. And then the big signing, the massive signing, I wanted a keeper. This was my only chance to get a player like this. Cobble. Cobble has come in. I mean, he joined Dortmund for 13 million. He's played brilliant 2 years. It came to the January transfer window. I had the money to spend. I've still got a little bit of money to spend. 42.5 million I've brought him in for. This man is going to be the man. 90 to 99 million. He's only on 82k wages. He is sublime. And I'm hoping if you compare him to Handanovic, who is one of the current keepers, you see they're miles better. Like, command of the area, maybe not as good, but he's a little bit taller. He's a lot younger. He's about 13 years younger, I think. Yeah, 13 years younger. Eccentricity's through the roof, but I don't mind that, because if you look here, one-on-one's just as good as Handanovic. Nearly as good as him in handling, but first touch, the throw-in, the rushing out, the reflexes are higher, the passing's better. It's a proper sweeper keeper. Aggression, composure is very high. I mean, leadership and flair I'm not too bothered about, but the vision's much higher. Then you can see here, agility, balance, and pace a little bit higher. Natural fitness could be better, and stamina could be better, really. But overall, I've got a player here who's going to be pretty much as good as Handanovic, maybe even get better if we stay at Tottenham, that is, for another year or two. I think he's going to be much better for us. Sweeper keeper, we can play him as that support role. He looks miles better than Handanovic in that sweeper keeper role. So he's going to go straight in. I've had to dish out big cash for him. So anyway, that's where we're up to. That's everything. For now, we're going to get straight into the games now. I know that was a lot of catching up to do. I'm trying to get through these as fast as I can just to pick it up. We're going to go positive against Everton. Porro needs to play because Porro actually is banned for the last game. He's suspended. I don't think they have much faith in me, this squad. I think the strikers do, and Kane, and people who matter. Let's put it that way. But I've had to break up the squad because a lot of them weren't happy. Dyer wasn't happy. Højbjerg wasn't happy. I just got rid of the people that weren't happy, really, and just said, right, get out of the club. If you're not happy, deal with it somewhere else. In terms of what we need to do here, though, is look at the opposition and ask the assistant to mark up all the different players in there. So, that's it. Oh, we've got a highlight straight away. Lenglet on the ball. Porro, Alvarez. Lenglet. This is probably going to be a long video because it's quite a long time been gone. I'm just trying to get through the seasons as fast as I can because I know FM23 comes out very soon. As Harry Kane's been played through here. Can he squeeze it under the keeper? He can. Eze on that left wing. This is it now. We're looking a much stronger unit. We've got players in that play the roles. I think that's what was happening with us. FM23 has been very lucrative to me. I've not been fantastic at it. compared to like 21 and 22 where I just knew how to play the game. This year it's been very different. You've had to have players that play that specific role very well, and you need to know how they play them roles. Alvarez, a perfect example. Højbjerg, pretty good at tackling, pretty good at doing bits and bobs like that, but the overall role as a ball-winning midfielder, he wasn't fantastic at, as Kane's been played through again by Eze. You can't get on the end of it as Pickford's just about beat him to it, and that'll be that for the highlight there, as Pickford pings it out again. Dwight McNeil heads it down to Michaelenko, who's coming forward now. This is looking dangerous by Everton. Garner Gay gives it to McNeil. He finds Calvert-Lewin in the middle of the box, and he puts it wide. That was very, very lucky. I'm going to put my hands on the hips. I'm happy with the number of shots on target so far. Keep it up. I think the rest of the team's happy. I'm going to make some changes, some radical changes around about the 60th minute, purely because I know that we've got Arsenal coming up, and I don't want to see anything go against us here. As Pedro Porro stands over a free kick. Will he be able to put a good ball in? He whips it in towards the back post. No one's there now. Calvert-Lewin gets it, but Alvarez is there, and he just puts it over the bar. Following that up, Demiral's got an injury. This isn't good. 60th minute's coming up. Let's make them change. So let's play like that. Keep it up. And we're not doing too bad. 1-0. I'll keep it like this for now. Porro, can he find the ball? And he can't. Romero's just come on the pitch. He's playing very far forward as Langley beats Calvert-Lewin to the header there. Ben Davies plays it forward towards Eze. Heads it down to Richarlison, who can't finish. But he was offside there. So there we have it. We've rested players. We've got Arsenal coming up. That's the big game I'm worried about. That's the big game I really want to see us win if we can, because that'll be fantastic to bring you another episode where we're winning games. We're back into winning ways. Danjuma on this right-hand side plays into Richarlison, turns, shoots, puts it in that bottom left-hand corner, and we're 2-0 up against Everton. This is more like it. This is the type of football I want to be playing. Brilliant goal. Tottenham doing very well in real life as well, actually, at the moment. I think they beat... have they played this weekend? Can't remember who they played this weekend, but I'm sure they've won. Let me double check. Let me find who they've played this weekend, because I'm pretty much sure Postecoglou put out a very good side for them yesterday. Let's have a look. Oh no, they're playing today. It's the North London Derby. How could I forget that? 2 o'clock today. The time at the moment is 1:25, so I'm going to try and get another recording in. I'm going to try and flood you with episodes for this series, just so we can get to the back end of it, get a good series out, get a good clump out. I'll probably start bringing you just the highlights of seasons. I know it'll be a bit here and there, but we'll be able to see our cabinet building trophies, bring you the key games, get through. You don't want to see the mid-season madness where I'm getting transfer. Maybe you want to see transfers, but the mid-season madness where I'm just playing the lower league sides. You want to see the big games. You want to see the finals, the semi-finals, games like that. As Danjuma's plays through, I think he's offside. That probably looks like an offside to me. But this is the first season at Tottenham. I'll probably try and play through this as fast as I can, as I keep saying. Bring you the main games, and then going on, it'll be as many cup games as I can, or trophy games as I can, and just bring you updates here and there where necessary. You can see how deep Everton are playing. Look at how deep they are compared to us. We're pushing quite high up. We're very compact in the middle of the park here. But this formation by Everton is very, very poor, incredibly poor. So there we have it. That's the end of that game. 2-1. We've done all right. Outstretched arms. Nice work. We'll take that. We've rested quite a few players. Cobble doesn't manage to keep a clean sheet, but he manages to get us a win on his debut. Plays pretty well. And there we have it. Demiral out for 1 to 2 days. I'll take that. That's not too bad. We go through... Do we have the cup draw? When's the cup draw? Do we know where the cup draw? I can't remember if it's automatic or whatnot. But we'll see if that comes forward. We've got quite a few offers here for Skip and the likes. I'll come back to you as soon as we get to the game for Arsenal, and I'll bring you that one straight away. Catch you soon. So here we have it, a busy day of transfers as well, because this is obviously the transfer deadline day as well, so I'll have to get through this, but we're going to get into this game against Arsenal, and this is going to be a big one. It's going to be a very big one. You can see a lot of players cup tied at the moment, purely because I've signed them and they've played already for another team within the cup, so that being Ezri Konsa and Eze as well. Porro is suspended, which is why we played him in the previous game. We've actually got not enough players here, so let me just I'm going to have to go to the reserves, I think, development centre. Any under 21s that fancy a bit of a go at this? Alfie Devine's there. I'm going to bring him through, let him have a little pop in the senior team for a bit, and that's about it. So let's put him onto the bench. Alfie Devine, in you come, son. You can sit right there in that midfield spot. I believe he's an attacking midfielder, is he? Oh, he's a central midfielder, but he looks very, very good nonetheless. But for the future. Let's get into the game. Players on the bench. It's just not going to come for a great time for us, especially with signing these players that have already played in the domestic competitions. It just doesn't look good. I'm going to pump up the fist. I think we've got a good chance of winning this. I'm going to put faith in the lads. Everyone's looking very happy anyway and very motivated. Let's get this game going. Let's see what we can get into. Let's kick off this game. This is going to be a big one. It's the semi-final after all for the Carabao Cup. It's going to be a big one for us. And straight from kick-off, there is a highlight as Jorginho plays it through to Nketiah to Thomas Partey. Trossard on this left wing. Zinchenko on the left-hand side as well. Trossard tries to play it into the middle. Lenglet's there. Bissouma now. We come forward. We get tackled by Thomas. Nketiah's through on goal. And it's a great tackle. I don't know who came over and defended there, but a great tackle in there by whoever that was. Trossard stands over the corner, 50 seconds in. Can we get this away? We can. Odegaard goes and collects it up. Can we maybe snatch it off when we can't? It goes back to Zinchenko, into Jorginho. And now Arsenal just playing it nicely around the back as Alvarez crunches in there. Another crunch in there as well as Kane brings it forward with Danjuma and we're playing it around. Alvarez pings it out wide towards Richarlison. This is a very active first few seconds of this game. Richarlison finds Harry Kane and he hits the bar. Oh, a minute 30 in. This has been some game already. 1-1 on aggregate. 0-0 at the moment, drawing. But what a start to this game it has been so far. Trossard coming through, tackled there. Great tackling by, I don't know who that was, but brilliant tackles. Zinchenko in acres of space. Thomas Partey finds Gabriel Jesus at the back post. Can he put it in? He scrambles across the line. Danjuma manages to get that away. Harry Kane heads it forward. And at the moment, we're not looking too comfortable as we try and get that away again. Odegaard with a 7.1 rating. He's having a fantastic game so far. We haven't got the creativity probably that we need. We need that... what's his name back? Oh God, the main signing that we got from Lazio. You've not done so well so far. Hands on hips. Keep going for the midfielders. I want them to pump things up as well as the strikers, get things going. Let's make a few changes. Let's bring on some changes. Right, what have we got on the bench is the question. We've got Son, secret weapon Son. Who's not having a great game? It's Danjuma. Let's take him off. Richarlison, Son, Kane as a front three. Bentancur, let's bring him on. Demiral, there's no one to replace him. He's just going to have to play the whole game out there. We want to play it a bit more narrow. Oh no, let's play much wider and play a bit more direct. Let's give it a go with that. Let's try and get some more players forward. That's what I want to see at the moment. 92nd minute now. 4 minutes of added time. And that's it. That's finished there. I don't like what I saw from this team. I think keep working hard. It's extra time. Just keep going. I don't want to get them bogged down. I don't want to get them second guessing themselves. Let's fire up the lads. Come on, boys. I know you've not got much left in the tank, but nor has Arsenal. Demiral whips one in. Son's there. Can't get anything on it though. And Gabriel Jesus, they're coming forward now. Oh, that was very lucky. Bentancur tries to sweep it forward. Davies crosses it into Son, back post. It comes off the bar. Bentancur's got it again. Can he find someone? But he can't. And this is going end-to-end stuff. Demiral, brilliant play in there. Rabiot, now can he find a crossing? He can't, and he goes out for a throw-in. That looks like it's our throw-in again. That was so close. Hitting the bar again. Son doing brilliantly well there, and we've come to penalties. This is it now. Alvarez in there, and then we're going to put Son in instead of Ben Davies. If it goes past that, Ben Davies to take the next one. Then we'll have Bentancur, Romero, Lenglet, Demiral, Cobble. Let's get to the team talk. Pump the fists up. I have faith in all of yous. Come on, boys. I have the utmost confidence that you're going to score. It's penalties. It's going to be a big one. Let's get behind the goal again. This is going to be massive for us in the first season. It looks so dim at the start of the season. Gabriel Jesus steps up against Cobble. Can the goalkeeper save it? He goes the wrong way. Gabriel Jesus straight down the middle. Harry Kane steps up. He's a great penalty taker for England and Bayern Munich right now. Can he put his away? He can. Harry Kane. 1-1 so far. El Neni taking their next one. Come on, Cobble, what can you do? El Neni stands up. Cobble goes the right way, but it sneaks under him. Oh, that's poor from us. That's poor from Cobble. Rabiot steps up now. What can he do? Left-footed. Can he slot it away? He can. To the right-hand side of... Oh, to the left-hand side, sorry, of Ramsdale. Odegaard stepping up now. Arsenal's captain. What can he do? He puts it away very nicely. 3-2 to Arsenal at the moment. Richarlison stepping up now. Come on, son. You're on the transfer list, but go on, let's see what you can do. He stands up, takes the penalty, slots it into that bottom left-hand corner for him. Ramsdale can't get a hand on that. And Nketiah stepping up to the plate now. We know he's a good young player, but has he got the composure? He hasn't, as Koppel saves that one, and that is massive for us. Alvarez, the new signing coming in from Ajax. 25-year-old, can he slot away his one? He can! Thumps it into that top left-hand corner, and now it's all on Koppel. Can he save Xhaka's penalty? Xhaka, one of the main captains, we know what he did in the past with his armband. He threw it on the floor for us to take this North London derby game to the next level, to put it into the final, as Koppel gets sent the wrong way. Xhaka scores, and the 5th penalty, it's Heung-min Son with his ankle ligaments on the line here, steps up. Son not the best of penalty takers, but we know he's a good finisher. Can he put it past Ramsdale? Has he got the composure? He has. Puts it in the bottom right-hand corner. Heung-min Son sends Tottenham through, and that's us to the final of the Carabao Cup. I'm very proud of how we've played there. We've done very, very well. Good day out for the youngsters, but we've managed to pull through towards the end of the game. Looked a bit shaky at times, a little bit shaky, but our defence played unbelievably tonight. Demiral slotting into that right-back role like it's his natural position. Langley played very well. Koppel played very well, and that for us is a very good result. So you can see United absolutely blasted Sheffield United 5-1 away from home. Fernandes getting 2, Eriksen getting the goal, Varane and Weghorst also doing well. So that puts us in the final of the Carabao Cup against Manchester United. A new winner this year, not City, not Liverpool. It's going to be Tottenham or Manchester United. It's Sunday the 26th of February. That could be a pretty good game to bring you. I might just bring you one off, just as a quick little side episode to try and see if we can get some more silverware in our cabinet. But there we have it. There's our cabinet so far. The single Manager of the Month award. Nothing else to report so far. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you did enjoy today's episode. It's 42 minutes of filming that, going through transfers, the Everton FA Cup round, fifth round game. That game against Arsenal, that massive game went on for ages. I'll probably try and cut that down as best as I can. But as I say, sub 20 minutes is what I'm aiming for. 42 minutes to edit through. I shall bring you it as soon as I can. Hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and I'll catch you in the next one. From me, Alex, have a great day. Ciao.